Are y'all paying attention to the Lakers right now? Luka's playing like an MVP, Austin Reeves is getting buckets, and LeBron is 41 dunking like this. What's good, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Wrong vs. Right. I'm your host, Jay. If you're new to the channel, you should have subscribed below and hit that button. Guys, we got to talk about the Lakers right now because they've been on a roll. At the timing of this video, they've won their last 9 games in a row. They're third in the Western Conference, and they just knocked off the Orlando Magic in Orlando with a game-winning shot by Luka. Let's run the clip.
Marcus Smart to bring it in. He got it into Kennard for 3 in the win. It's good! Luke Kennard with .6 to go. It's over. Kennard is your hero. The Lakers win it on a Luke Kennard 3 with less than a second to go. How do you like them apples? Wow!
This team has been firing on all cylinders. In this video, I'm going to break down all aspects of it and what I think it means going forward in the future, and the one problem that I see coming later on. But we'll get to that later in the video. For now, let's talk about the positives. So first of all, Luka Doncic has been playing at an MVP level. I mean, look at some of these games. Look at the stats for some of these games in the last 9 games that they've won. 51 points, 11 assists, 11 rebounds. He had a 60-point game, 40, 36, 35, 44. These are like video NBA 2K numbers that he's putting up right now. Luka has been carrying this team, and that brings me to my first point. The Lakers have fully established Luka as the #1 option. It is no longer LeBron's team. Like, that's out the window. I know there's some debate about that. It is Luka's team going forward, and even JJ Redick coming forward like, hey, Luka is our guy. That's really let Luka just be himself. He's no longer trying to fit in with the Lakers. This year, he's really shown that this is my team. And then moving on to DeAndre Ayton. Recently, DeAndre Ayton revealed that he had like a revelation, like, you know what? Maybe I'm looking in the wrong places as to why I've been inconsistent. Maybe it's me. And I applaud him so much for, owning up to that. Like, dude, it is you. You need to lock in. You're not the #1 option. You are a role player on this team. They need you to get rebounds, defend, and score when it's dumped down to you. Be a pick and roll player. He made that comment about Clint Capella a few weeks back, but ever since then, DeAndre Ayton has been locking in, doing the dirty work, getting rebounds, getting clutch rebounds. I know he had one against Houston. I know he had a really clutch rebound against the Houston Rockets. He played good defense. So I'm really shocked by DeAndre Ayton, but I'm shocked in a good way. Like, finally, that's what Lakers fans have been looking for from DeAndre Ayton. Austin Reeves has been a reliable second option on this team, averaging 23 points a game this season. Austin Reeves is a reliable second scorer, and that is an underrated strength to have on an NBA team because some people just are not reliable. And then, of course, LeBron at 41 years old, still being LeBron when you need him to be LeBron. Doing these tomahawk dunks, making the right decision on offense, and still giving some defensive effort, even though he's later on in his career, which might be his last season. But that brings me to the problem that I see coming, and it brings me to the playoffs, right? So with the Lakers, they're currently the 3rd seed. If the playoffs were to start today, and the Western Conference standings move around so much, this could change. But if the playoffs were to start today, at the timing of this video, the Lakers would face off against the Minnesota Timberwolves, that same team that knocked them off in the playoffs last year. So look, I think the Lakers could, in theory, beat the Timberwolves in a 7-game series. I do, because I think Luka Doncic is that good. However, I also could see it go the other way. I could see the Timberwolves knocking them off as well. Ant-Man is nothing to play with. And the fact that they have Jaden McDaniels to slow down Luka Doncic is a real concern for me. But that's not even the real problem. The Lakers get past the Minnesota Timberwolves in the 1st round. And that's a big if, because the Timberwolves, like I said, can knock them off. They would face most likely the San Antonio Spurs. And that is a team that they just do not want to see. Now, do I think experience matters in the playoffs? Absolutely. LeBron, Luka, these guys have legitimate playoff experience and way more experience than anybody on the Spurs. But when it comes to talent, when it comes for talent against talent and also matchups, I think the Spurs just outweigh them. I think the Spurs are too much to handle, and the Lakers have absolutely no answer for Victor Wembanyama. So it comes down to defense, right? And the Lakers do not hang their hat on defense. They rely on Luka being Luka Doncic. So when you don't rely on defense, when that's not one of your staples, one of your strengths, that's going to show up in the playoffs. And that is the big problem with this team. They don't hang their hat on defense, and they don't get defensive stops when you really need them to. They rely on Luka being a superhuman, which he can be, but it's like through 7 games, can he sustain that, and can that get you over the hump against a team that hangs their hat on defense like the Spurs? We know the Spurs are one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. And who's checking Wemby? They have Stephon Castle to throw at Luka Doncic. They have De'Aaron Fox to deal with. Who's guarding De'Aaron Fox? Who's guarding Dylan Harper? These are all things that come up. So most likely, in my opinion, even though the Lakers have been on a roll and they've been playing great, I don't see them getting past the second round, unfortunately for Lakers fans. But I could be wrong, Lakers fans. So let me know down below in the comments how far you think the Lakers can go this postseason. But thanks for tuning in for another video. Everybody can't be wrong. Everybody can't be right. I'm out.